Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another trade recap. Smack Day 2.4 RR. Banked 1500 on the morning while my girlfriend was sleeping. So, and in the new Chrome Hearts hoodie. So, hell yeah, that shit was sick. Let me run you through this morning's price action and basically just run you through the trade recap, what was going on my mind, and the difference between today's trading performance and yesterday was that I got good sleep, good recovery with my body, so I woke up like just clear headed, and I was able to execute cleanly. So let me just go through this morning. So going into pre-market actually, I was looking at structure here. So I'm gonna move. We'll just leave that there so I can run you through it. So basically we have this buy side. We have a unmitigated 4-hour bearish fair value gap sitting above, and that's in case we want to rebalance into it. But I didn't think that we wanted to. We were still bearish, so I wanted to see a move higher. And in this case, it was a small little manipulation. I was looking for, buy side to get swept or something like that. But to be fair, we would have to displace around 150 points in order to do that. But yeah, I was looking for a manipulation higher so that we can go lower. And vice versa, if in case we were bullish, because in that context, we have tapped into there's a weekly fair value gap right here. And if we go to the monthly, we're tapped into this monthly fair value gap. Okay. Now, obviously, I'm not trading swing trading, so I don't use monthly freaking fair value gaps, but it is something to look at the bigger picture. In case we wanted to see a reaction out of tapping this monthly fair value gap. And as you can see, we didn't displace too far into it. Price hasn't been moving and fluctuating too much, so that's why I only targeted a 2R. Initially, I was targeting these lows, but I ended up I just wanted to take a dub. I wanted to take a clean 2R trade, nothing crazy. Didn't have the need to go for a 4 or even a 5R trade. Although, I used to trade the way I used to trade, I would always go for like 4Rs and above. And with these types of reversals, like TP ends up getting hit. So although my initial like TP target was correct, I really didn't feel the need to, go that crazy. So I'm just going to take stacked up wins, consistent wins. That's all that matters to me. But anyways, so given that higher time frame context, I marked out my levels. We have buy side here. We have a minor sell side that had not been swept. We also have this sell side level and then external sell side level that has been swept as well. And we're clearly reversing out of it at the moment. But going into market open, this was a slow market open, which is why I sat on my hands for literally like 30 minutes, like 15, 20 minutes. I also noticed that there was a smaller time frame SMT, bearish SMT set in. It's not the best looking SMT, but it's still a bearish SMT. It's essentially this high and then this high. We manipulated through this 30-minute fair value gap. Okay, so like before I even go into that, look at this 15-minute candle. Like look at this close, dude. Like right in the middle. Like this is price was going up, price was going down. I saw it on my hands. There was no setup. I thought this was gonna be a no trading day for me, honestly. Just how price was moving this morning off the market open, I was like, damn, this shit's trash. But as that 15-minute candle closed, we were rejecting out of this 30-minute. We swept it. Had a bearish SMT on the 5-minute be put in place. We also had a 5-minute change in state. And I did get a pretty late entry actually, because I was waiting for the next candle close below this 5-minute change in state of delivery, and price kind of just like really just ran through the shit. So didn't get it clearly the best entry, but you know, I still use my change in state level as my stop loss. I was in drawdowns because I entered here, we went up. I was like, oh shit, am I gonna get stopped? If it does, blah blah blah. If it doesn't, cool. Anyways, it would have been, if I entered here, it would have been a great trade. That would have been a better entry. Unfortunately, I could not get that, so shit happens. But anyways, pretty tight stop. I did trade 8 micros, and I entered, was in a little bit of drawdown. This candle here, we just kind of displaced through everything, and I knew this was going to be like it was a 5-minute trade, so it was going to be fairly quick. You know, we had this level here, but I wasn't too worried about that. This wasn't my break even. So I did want to target this, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I was targeting this. So my break even was actually at this minor sell side. And even if I went break even, it would have played out. But I decided to target a 2R. So my TP was down here. I was like looking at this price action, using the manipulation leg off this fair value gap tap, and you know, literally hit the levels, -3R, we have -4. You know, played out, but I just didn't want to target that, unfortunately. It's okay. Just wanted my 2R dub and then get out the charts, be done with the morning, and then, you know, if you get coffee with my girlfriend. So that's what I wanted to do. I went break even fairly early, right after like this close. Like, we were getting close to this, so I ended up taking my risk off and going break even on the trade, and I was just chilling, waiting for TP to get smashed. And then, you know, 5 minutes later, we ended up running through TP, and then trade was done. So, and I smacked it for 1500. So beautiful trade. The only thing I would say for myself is, you know, or like note, I guess, is just that late entry, because if I had entered through this 5-minute changing state, we didn't even retrace back through to get a turtle soup through this change in state. But either way, the trade played out. I just wanted to be more discretionary about the entry, because when it comes to change in states and like you tap into this 30-minute fair value gap, sometimes we want to retrace and turtle soup back to this level. And also, we had left a fair value gap right here. Oops. Okay, so sometimes we could have tapped back into this and then displaced lower, which then my entry was here, so I could have gotten stopped. Couldn't, or maybe, you know, etc. I definitely would have gotten stopped. But yeah, other than that, beautiful PA this morning. I think I'm done for the week. I have a lot of things to do, so yeah, I don't know if it happens, if I trade, if I feel like I'm well rested and I'm not, the week's looking good, then I'll probably trade. But that being said, that was pretty much it. And yeah, I hope you guys had a great trading session. You know, keep being consistent. The one thing that separated today's trading session and yesterday was my sleep and recovery. Did not get the best sleep. I was still recovering from like a crazy allergy reaction over this weekend, so my body was fatigued, and I still kind of forced myself to wake up at 6 last trading session last morning. And I clearly was not in the right headspace, and I broke my rules. And then like literally the next day, I feel perfectly fine, got well rested, and executed perfectly. So it wasn't, you know, that's the only difference here. So make sure you take care of your body. Don't force anything. Don't force trades. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the trade recap, guys. I will catch you guys in the next one. All right, I'll catch you.